Thank you for checking out Lakehead International's videos. You're about to watch one of our Lakehead International live webinars, a fun and informative way to learn more about Lakehead while also meeting faculty, staff, and current students. If you have any questions throughout today's video, please comment below. Otherwise, let's get started. On that note, I would like to officially welcome you to Lakehead University and set the stage for today's presentation about business administration and commerce. Before we begin and dive into that, though, you may not be so familiar with Lakehead University. We are a smaller institution located here in Canada, more specifically in the province of Ontario. We have two campuses we are so proud to call home. One is located in Orillia in central Ontario, and the other is in Thunder Bay in northwestern Ontario. Between those two campuses, we have many students pursuing a wide variety of programs, but you may be wondering, why did they choose Lakehead? Well, Lakehead, of course, is proud to be ranked as the #1 in Canada for not-for-profit research income. We're also recognized as the #1 university in North America with under 9,000 students by the Times Higher Education Global Impact Rankings. And here in Canada, we are consistently ranked in Canada's top 10 universities in our category. So those are just a few of the proud recognitions that we've received over the years. You're more than welcome to learn more about them and what they mean to us, and of course, explore the other ones that I don't have time to cover today. Here at Lakehead, we also have some of our most proud achievements and offerings, which include a very generous undergraduate entrance scholarship. Last year alone, we gave over $7.8 million Canadian to international students, both new and returning, for their academic pursuits. We also are proud to offer small classroom experiences, even from year one, with our average classes being less than 60 students for a vast majority, almost 80% of our courses. With that being said, on the Thunder Bay campus, we have a 15-to-1 student-to-professor ratio, and on the Orillia campus, we have a 13-to-1 student-to-professor ratio. What that all equates to and what we've determined is that we have a very strong employment rate for our grads. So 96.3% of Lakehead grads are actually employed within 2 years upon walking across that stage at graduation. That is above the Ontario University graduate average of 94.3%. To build on to what I've already shared, I also want to remind our viewers that Lakehead University is an Ontario accredited public university, which means whether you get your degree from Lakehead University or from University of Toronto, Queen's, Waterloo, we are all accredited by the provincial government, and that means that our education has been rigorously vetted by the provincial government to ensure that you are gaining insightful education that you're going to be empowered to gain a career that is of high value. As I noted, we have many students on our campuses, over 8,600 students from 80 plus countries around the world. They are pursuing 85 different undergraduate and graduate programs currently offered here at Lakehead University, some of which, of course, include the cooperative education option, which I'll dive into a bit further in today's presentation. Naturally, it's time, though, to start to dive a bit further into the academics here at Lakehead, and I will kick things off by actually chatting a bit about our areas of study. So when you join business here at Lakehead or our commerce program here at Lakehead, you may meet peers that are pursuing something vastly different. They may be in our engineering field, they may be in science and environmental studies or natural resources management or any one of the other faculties listed on your screen. But there may be cross sections where you get to interact with them, whether that's in an academic sense or perhaps more in the student life and activities. But of course, today we're here focused to learn more about business administration. And with that being said, it's my distinct pleasure to welcome and introduce two of our faculty members. And I'll pass it over to Dr. Richards first.
Great. Thank you, Jordan. I'm David Richards. I'm the Dean of the Faculty of Business Administration. I've been at Lakehead for over 15 years. Originally, I was a professor in the area of human resources and organizational behavior, and I've been the Dean for the last 5 years. And I'll pass it over to Dr. Akingbola.
Thank you very much, Dr. Richards. I'm currently the chair of the business program at the Orillia campus, and I'm a professor of HR and organizational behavior.
Awesome. Well, thank you to both of you for joining. I'm always excited to have representation from both our Thunder Bay as well as our Orillia campus. And of course, we're extra excited to have the dean himself here, taking time out of his busy schedule to share more about what's great about business here at Lakehead University. And on that note, I think it's time to pass over to him to share more about why Lakehead and why our rankings are important.
Thanks, Jordan. Yes, so one of the things that we're quite proud of is that we have AACSB accreditation, and this accreditation applies to both of our the business program at both of our campuses. AACSB accreditation is shared or held by 6% of business schools worldwide. And what this really means is an extra assurance that the program is of a high quality, that we've adopted a continuous improvement approach to education, and that every 5 years we need to go through a continuous improvement review to show that we are, in fact, tracking data, improving our programs. And so what this means for students is that they can be assured that they are going to receive a high quality program. I will also take this opportunity to share that we also have accreditation through CPA Ontario, and our courses in the human resources area are approved by the Human Resources Professional Association to count towards the human resource designation. And this past year, we have also joined the CFA Institute affiliate program. And so for our finance students, that is beneficial if they wish to pursue their CFA designation. Thanks, Jordan.
Awesome. Thank you for sharing more about some of those achievements. Of course, they are no small feat to achieve as a business school in terms of both the effort put forward by our faculty to showcase why our programs are relevant, and as Dr. Richards noted, reaccredited every 5 years, so continuously evolving and making sure that we're delivering curriculum that's relevant to today's business world. Chatting about that curriculum, I think it's important to actually discuss the programs at hand. So I'll pass it over to Dr. Akingbola to chat a bit more about undergraduate programs.
Thank you very much, Jordan. Our undergraduate programs at both campuses are grounded in fostering learning and providing the core foundation that you need to work in any organization, in any sector. Across both campuses, for Honors Bachelor of Commerce program or Bachelor of Administration program, we provide an opportunity for students to gain core knowledge that will help them to grow and develop and become the ultimate professional in whatever major they choose down the road. So we have about 9 majors at the Thunder Bay campus, and we currently have 1 major at the Orillia campus and 1 minor. But whichever program we choose, whichever major you choose, you're guaranteed to have a solid grounding in that particular major.
I'll jump in here, and I forgot to mention to the audience, this is something that I laugh at now, is that I'm a graduate of Lakehead's business program, and I should have started that or led with that, because I can speak to that strong foundation that we set up in those first 2 years. It also helped me determine that marketing was the right path forward, and also my passion for human resources management and industrial relations, and being able to carve out a minor in that field as well. An opportunity that was not available to me, and I certainly wish it was, is the international dual degree with Lakehead University and Rennes School of Business in France. I know we'll have an opportunity to actually dive a bit further into that, and I know David will share details about why this is such a great opportunity. I've come to understand and learn more about it through my role here at Lakehead, and that's why I say it's something that I wish was available for me, because I certainly would have jumped at this. I'll pass back to Dr. Akingbola, though, to share more about taking a peek at the first year for our undergraduate students when they join a Lakehead business program.
Thank you again, Jordan. Our programs are designed in a way that all students in the first 2 years, they take the same courses. In the first year, we're introducing you to the general understanding of management and business in general, and giving you kind of an opportunity to learn about accounting, to learn about communication, to learn about the principles of economics, so that you have the important foundation that you build on in second and third year as you progress in the program. So whether you're at the Thunder Bay campus or at the Orillia campus, you're taking the same courses that will ground you in the core areas of management. Okay. So in the second year, we continue that core foundation as well, because in the second year, we add to those courses that we've not provided the foundation in the first year, and we ensure that your foundation is set and you can be ready to decide your major in the third year. So what we have in the first 2 years is that you're gaining the knowledge in the core functions, core areas of management, from accounting to HR to general management to marketing to operations management and so on. So the first 2 years are critical. So that is where we lay the foundation for the future years and the major, whichever major you select to embark on.
I'll also remind our audience, and again, speaking from experience, saying having that core foundation of courses and getting a taste of sort of every field of study possible within business helps you then prepare and be more confident in your decision as to which major you wish to pursue. Something that may influence, of course, your decision about which major to pursue will also be the opportunity to pursue something called the cooperative education experience, which I'm happy, of course, to talk a bit more about and shed some light on why it's such an important program. So the cooperative advantage, for those who don't know what it is actually a formalized work term built into your program. It's a paid work term, so what that means is that you could be earning between $20 to $25 Canadian per hour on average. And if you actually do 12 months of your co-op designation, you will have that formally recognized on your parchment when you graduate from Lakehead. Something great is that we actually have a dedicated career services and co-op team here on our campuses, both in Thunder Bay as well as Orillia. They've already built partnerships with over 140 national and international partners. And we continue to see new companies come on board as students bring forward ideas in terms of where they would like to take their co-op next. So you can see for our business students, naturally, they're going to be working at financial institutions like RBC and Grant Thornton. They could be working at firms like Grant Thornton, or they could take their business degree. Perhaps they're more of the informational systems side of the house or business analytics, and be pursuing a career within IBM, Hydro One, or BlackBerry. Again, these are just a few to name. If we had an opportunity to list everywhere co-op has gone over the past 5 to 10 years, we'd be here the whole day. But again, just giving you that taste to see where you could go. And of course, we always encourage students, if they know of a co-op experience available at a company that maybe Lakehead hasn't worked with before or hasn't worked with for a number of years, bring it forward to us. We'll have our chairs review it. We'll have our career services and co-op team vet it to make sure it's going to be a good fit. And then we'll proceed from there. So that's a quick taste of undergraduate programming here at Lakehead University. I'll pass it over to David to share more about our graduate programs.
Great, thanks, Jordan. So we have several graduate programs. Well, we have 2 graduate programs, 2 graduate degree programs with a few iterations. So the Master of Business Administration, or MBA program, has 2 options. One is a 12-month full-time program. The other is the Master of Business Administration with Advanced Studies in Management, and that is a 16-month program. We also have a unique program, which is the Master of Business Administration with a Bachelor of Engineering program. That program involves students taking 3 years of engineering, and then in their 4th and 5th year, they take a combination of engineering and business administration courses. And at the end of the 5 years, they graduate with they're both degrees. And so that there's an opportunity there for students to integrate their learning from both of those programs. The second program that we have is the Master of Science in Management. And this program is open to students who have an undergraduate degree in business. There are two options within that program. One is a thesis option, and the other is a research project. And the structure of the program is generally similar, and I'll talk a little bit more about those details in a slide or two. Okay. So switching back to the MBA, the 12-month program has 15 courses, and the MBA with Advanced Studies in Management has 19 courses. And so the difference between those two programs is there is the 15-course core program, and there's a range of areas that are covered in that program. So marketing, accounting, finance, human resources, organizational behavior, law, innovation and entrepreneurship, operations management, project management. Students take those courses, and there is a distinct managerial application or focus. So, how a graduate of that program would then apply those in a leadership position. In the 19 course, the 16-month program, the Advanced Studies in Management, students also have an opportunity to develop and gain knowledge and skills in some additional courses that are perhaps enabling them to develop those capacities in specific areas. So we have there are elective courses in each of the disciplines, and so students can take a combination of courses to help develop their skills in a particular area. Communication and Persuasion is a marketing course. Leading People is an organizational behavior course. International Financial Management is from finance, etc. Each of those courses are designed to provide the learner with additional applied knowledge in a particular field.
I'll also note here, of course, the sample elective courses are just a sampling of courses that are available. They may not be available every single year, but with that being said, that's exciting because that typically means faculty are working on new courses that are more relevant than ever before, and they're offered that year. So if you don't see something out there now, perhaps down the road when you first join, you can convince one of our faculty members to help develop a course that you may be interested in or is relevant to today's business world. Switching gears, I'll pass back to David to share more about our Masters of Science in Management.
Yeah, so the Master of Science in Management, as I explained, is for individuals with an undergraduate degree in business. And what this program does is allow a student to focus in on a particular area of study. There are, of course, some core courses around management theory, current issues in management, some research methodologies and analyses courses. But then students take some electives. And the difference between the research project and the thesis stream is a matter of degrees rather than it being completely different. The thesis course requires a novel or unique contribution. The project tends to be a little more involved. And so students in the thesis stream take one elective, a half-course seminar, whereas students in the project stream, they could do their research in a new area, but they also might do their research in a more applied setting, which means it might be more relevant to a particular business. It could be a case study. It could be more practically focused. And the students in that stream then take two electives. So, I mean, I guess the good thing is you can apply to one and then change your mind. It is a 12-month program typically, although students sometimes extend a little bit longer. You can make that decision after arriving. And in this degree, each student works closely with a faculty member who advises them on their research project in their particular area in the student's area of interest and the faculty member's area of expertise.
Awesome. Well, thank you for sharing more details about our graduate programs. Now, shifting gears, but I want to be clear, sharing information that's available to all students at Lakehead and even beyond just business students, but more importantly, graduate included. I want to share some unique learning opportunities where you can enhance your own educational experience here at Lakehead University. So on the Thunder Bay campus, we have Ingenuity, which is Lakehead University's first incubator space for businesses. This space offers resources for students who are looking to start a business or perhaps develop an idea further, along with providing that space for the budding entrepreneurs. Ingenuity also offers a learning environment to help develop knowledge and skills that help support business development and growth. So within the space, there's a few different distinct areas, I'll call them. The photo here is actually in the Ingenuity district, which is the main hub of Ingenuity. It's an open and collaborative space, but it also has 8 hot desks available for assignment and private lockable storage. So again, as you're perhaps wishing to start a business or launching it, and you truly need a space that's dedicated to do the office side, the admin side of running a day-to-day business, you could have a dedicated space here. We also have Ingenuity Community, which is a space just outside of district where a number of our partner organizations that provide resources and programming within the city of Thunder Bay and region as well, they have access to that so that our partners can come in and deliver presentations to Ingenuity members, host case competitions, celebration awards, all that sort of stuff. Another part of Ingenuity is the Connections Theater, which is some very comfortable chairs, and which we're able to host a series of workshops, guest speakers, movie days, lunch and learns, and plenty more. The Connections Theater is home to state-of-the-art technology that gives users access to both programming as well as web-based activities from anywhere in the world, essentially. Another great part of Ingenuity is the Ingenuity Makerspace. So this is a different photo within that same zone, I'll call it. It's equipped with 3D printers, laser cutters, 3D scanners, soldering stations, and tools galore, essentially. All of these tools, of course, help our students further develop their idea or project at hand. So that's just a quick idea, especially for those entrepreneurial focused students. This is a great space where you can apply that. Naturally, it goes hand in hand with business. We have a heavy part in seeding some of these businesses or getting students involved in this space. But of course, this is one of those opportunities where you're going to get to intersect with students from a wide range of programs of study here at Lakehead University. I will pass over to David to share more about the RBC WIL program.
Thanks, Jordan. Yes, the Work Integrated Learning Program is supported by the RBC Future Launch Initiative, and it is similar to co-op in that students participate in field placements. The difference, though, is that co-op is a full-time placement, whereas students in the Work Integrated Learning Program do either a part-time placement, about a day a week throughout the year. There is both a paid placement option or a placement for credit option. So students can do a placement instead of a course. This program is available at both campuses. And the program also involves a mentorship component and a work readiness skills building workshop series. The program has also expanded recently to leverage other programs through other organizations, Ripen being one of them, where students are doing virtual placements, short-term project-focused programs. And there's also options to do job shadowing and summer internships, working closely with career and co-op services. The experiential learning navigator in the WIL program also will help support students finding employment and preparing for their career. So there's a full suite of activities that are part of that program. One of the other pieces that that is facilitated through the WIL program are course-embedded experiential learning. So it's within our courses, a lot of the courses involve projects with real businesses. So sometimes those are negotiated through the WIL program. Sometimes the faculty member will do that through their own networks. But one of the things that we value greatly in our programs are the opportunities for students to practice what they're learning in the classroom. So taking things from the textbook or the theories or the research that people are talking about in their classes and having an opportunity to work with a company or work in the community to actually practice the skills that they're learning. So this has been a great opportunity, and some of our students have even been hired after doing their projects with a company or doing a placement with a company. They've been offered positions to continue working there. So that's also, for me, a sign of success in the program.
For sure. Thank you for sharing more about that. Of course, to our students, you're still considering whether or not Lakehead is the right choice for you. When you first arrive on campus, I encourage you, sit down with our faculty and ask questions about how they're going to integrate these working placements, these community placements into the program. And if there's any opportunities, if you know right off the bat that you're interested in joining something like that, ask the questions that you want to ask, and they will be happy to share more details. That has always been my experience, especially within business, that the professors are receptive to your questions and they want to see you succeed and they want to see you enhance your Lakehead degree. Another way to enhance your degree, or another unique learning opportunity as we're on the stream of that, is our international dual degree in France. So I'll pass it back to David once again.
Thanks, Jordan. Yes, the International Dual Degree Program is a partnership that we have with the Rennes School of Business. They're located in France, a short train trip away from Paris, in the city of Rennes. This is a unique program for us. Lakehead students study 2 years at Lakehead, either in Orillia or Thunder Bay. They go to the Rennes School of Business for their 3rd year. They return to Lakehead, complete their 4th year, and they receive our Honors Bachelor of Commerce degree, the Bachelor in Management from the Rennes School of Business. So 2 degrees, 4 years, same tuition. All of the program is in English, and an opportunity to travel, make international connections, experience a different culture. It's a really great program overall. So we're very excited about that. We also have students coming from Rennes each year to Lakehead University as well to study here as part of that dual degree program. Yeah.
And David, if I'm not incorrect here, I believe we have students currently at Rennes this year. Is that right?
That's correct. Yes, this is a new program. We sent our first cohort of students this year, and look forward to having another cohort go next year, and have students come from Rennes as well. It's a great opportunity to have those students come as well. I think it is enriching our program here as well.
Certainly. And I know when those students come back, my team will be intrigued to sit down and discuss with them about the experience. I'm sure, David, you'll probably want to sit down and hear about their experience to learn more and capture what it meant to them and why they benefited from it, perhaps. If perhaps France isn't to your liking, we also have other international exchanges through the Global Me program. Not to discredit the importance of the dual degree, because international exchanges through Global Me, you still graduate with your Lakehead University degree. You have the opportunity, though, to complete and spend 1 to 2 semesters studying abroad in another country at a partner institution. So students do typically pursue this opportunity in their 3rd year, and they go to a wide variety of locations in Europe, in Asia, in Oceania. And we are continuing to grow our Global Me partner institution network each and every day. Of course, planning and financial supports are available through the Global Engagement Office under Lakehead University International. We also have a dedicated Global Me advisor on the Thunder Bay campus, and our international advisors on the Orillia campus are also trained to support our students during their exchange. And it is that reciprocal agreement similarly, so we'll welcome international students on partner exchanges here on our campuses in Orillia and Thunder Bay, which is very exciting and enriches education for everyone as they bring their own unique perspectives and views to the programs. Shifting gears here and chatting about success stories. So this is going to speak to experiential learning opportunities where our students have actually gone out into the field and practiced their foundational knowledge and theory by applying it in competition. So this group here is actually a group of business administration faculty students who won an accounting competition. There was a total of 16 teams across Canada that participated in this 2-day conference in downtown Toronto, which included an accounting-based case competition, guest speakers, as well as a networking event. And so our students here at Lakehead were able to achieve first place at the Achieve conference. I think I did that to myself. I read the word achieve first place, and that is also the name, Achieve Conference. So that's one example or opportunity. We also most recently had our students, a part of the Enactus Club at Lakehead, participate in the National Exposition, where their projects Get FinLit and Financial Literacy Workshop actually goes ahead and teaches high school and university students the essentials of financial literacy along with top job skills. So each year, students from Enactus teams across Canada take part in both a series of regional and national challenges. In 2023, though, Lakehead's National Exposition, or the National Exposition, was held in Montreal, Quebec. Teams competed in one of 10 leagues, with the top 2 teams from each league moving forward to the semifinals. Pictured here, you can see team president Brandon, who was recognized with the Founders Bursary presented by the John Dobson Foundation, which recognized his superior leadership and how he has gone above and beyond to develop the team this past academic year. Also picture is the Vice President of Marketing for Enactus, Morgan, who was recognized with the HSBC Women's Entrepreneurial Leadership Award. I should also note Brennan was also recognized by Enactus Canada's for his Gold Community Service Leadership Award. So we came home a little more decorated, a little more shiny than before, and that's always exciting. It's highly celebrated when any competition has an award associated with it, and of course it goes a little above to take home that prize. Either way, though, we look at these opportunities as great experiential opportunities for our students to practice their foundational knowledge in a more practical setting. As we sort of come to a close on the presentation, I think it's a natural segue to chat a bit about career opportunities. So you may be thinking ahead now. You've laid out the program options. You've laid out what my first couple of years might look like, the experiential learning opportunities, the potential success stories I may be a part of. But looking ahead to the future and when you graduate, of course, you can move on to further education. But if you're ready to move into the career field, this is a list, a sample list, not an exhaustive list of the opportunities that you could move into in terms of career paths. Students, especially with a business degree, are able to move into a wide range of career and industry sectors. Of course, who knows what 4 years or 2 years down the road, what new jobs and emerging industries will be available. I think that's probably one of the most enticing things about being a business grad, is that your degree is highly coveted, and there are employers often looking for business grads for a wide range of roles. So that's why we've seen such great success in our employment rate as well. Last but not least, I want to share one story. We'll have just a quick wrap up here with an alumni from the business administration program. This is Peter. He is the founder of Asia One Communication Group, one of the top 5 commercial printing houses in Hong Kong. He's also the winner of the Outstanding SME Social Responsibility Award from the Mirror Post in 2015. When we had the opportunity to sit down with Peter and chat about his Lakehead experience, he shared that his life in Canada was a good training ground in terms of independence and leadership, and that really laid the foundation for his career in the business world. He also reflected on studying at a Canadian Northern University. So yes, we are located in Northern Ontario, in Thunder Bay, and Central Ontario in Orillia. And that was a part of his childhood imagination, but it actually went above and beyond that. And he said that also played an important role in his ability to be adaptive and agile in his everyday world. So that's one alumni testimonial. If you would like to hear more from business grads or Lakehead grads in general, please check out our website at lakeheadu.ca/international. On that note, I think that concludes our presentation on business administration. Thank you to our guests for joining us. Next, we'll move into our live question and answer period.
I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any questions, I want to encourage you to comment below or connect with us on social media. We can be found at Lakehead International on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Thanks for watching once again, and hopefully we'll see you at the next live webinar. Bye for now.